Joining us with markets, Mike Zuzulo, Global Commodity Analytics. Well, a lot of focus here recently on China and their economic situation. Do you think the worst is past?
I think it is, Michelle, from a standpoint of the government stepping in and moving more aggressively to shore up their consumption. They just have to have their consumer back because the command economy that China works, they can come in and take on bad debt and dissolve it relatively easy compared to us. From a theoretical standpoint, they've got a one person essentially moving the needle instead of a democracy. And so from that standpoint, I think they can take care of their bad debt okay, but they can't lose their consumer any more than they already have. And they are making headway on that. I think secondly, we are seeing, I think, a thaw between the US and China when it comes to trade, when it comes to ag trade. And I think that's part of the puzzle pieces when it comes to this US soft red wheat purchase that we continuously see by China. So I'm inclined to think the worst is behind us, but watch that pork and bean trade, the hogs and the soybeans. They've been excellent indicators, in my opinion, of how the trade feels from a sentiment standpoint about what's going on in China. So if we can see hogs and soybeans find a bottom together, I think that's real supportive.
What about the energy sector, though? Because that's taken a big hit because of China economic concerns, too. And will that continue?
I think the energy markets are priming for a low as we get into the end of the year, first of next year. Two reasons. I think the dollar has another wave down potentially. That should support the energy market. Probably more importantly, I think both OPEC, in terms of OPEC Saudi Arabia, OPEC Russia, I think they want to keep the prices elevated and they'll keep cutting. So I think unlike what we have had to deal with in the wheat market, you've got this major cartel able to turn on and off the spigot and offset our production increases here in the United States. And I think between that and the Middle East, I think we're due for some short covering in the not too distant future when it comes to the crude oil market, especially.
Thanks for your analysis. As always, Mike Zuzulo, Global Commodity Analytics. We'll have more Ag Day coming up.